is a princess.
Okay. Sorry. Hey guys, we're back with more Slay the Princess content. And last where I left off, that ending really threw me off. And I have
You're
tons of
here
questions.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Anyway, we know how the beginning of the story always goes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to the cabin, and I'll explain what I'm trying to do here.
Door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. And
that's what we're gonna do. So instead of trying to befriend her, annoy the narrator or anything, we're just gonna go straight into it, and we're just gonna go straight into trying to just jump her and stab her, and that's not gonna work.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
That's partially true.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
And here comes the cat.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Somewhat. I'm not listening to reason, really. I'm listening to you.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's so coldly beautiful.
I'm sorry. I was staring at my cat.
Is she really a threat to the world?
What is it? What's wrong, Kitty? What's up? We already fed you. You've been fed.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Quite frankly, yeah.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm kind of scared to do this.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I feel like this is going to lead me down a creepy path.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh.
Wait, why do I...
This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
Damn!
But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Maybe.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
I really don't...
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Chat, I'm getting kind of creeped out right now. Oh, those are grayed out.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Alright, so we are on to some sort of
With your
different
work
ending.
done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door
Oh,
to
this
the
is where we
basement
get
behind you.
trapped in the long quiet, and I'm assuming it's
Why
not
do
going to
I
let me
feel like
kill
we've
myself.
done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
I hope you guys are hearing this okay. I think my volume should be turned up good enough, but I'm not quite sure.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That sounds so manipulative, it's not even funny.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
Damn, an eternity of sitting with a rotten corpse in the memory of just stabbing her?
This is what's best for
or
everyone.
sometimes even being stabbed by
Trust
her if he
me.
had to do it a second time.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself.
That's kind of stupid, but I'm kind of hesitating.
And you shouldn't
I don't know.
do it.
Like, should we use the blade or should we try to stay here?
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work.
Oh,
That
brother.
little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
Is that a scroll bar? No. What is that? Oh, God. I mean, if we can do it, then surely there's got to be something else.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
Oh my God. Oh God, I'm creeped out, y'all.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Oh my God. Is this a different chapter?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
You know what, let's just...
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too.
Yeah.
Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
I don't know. Sometimes you sound like you're bullshitting me.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Good grief, dude.
Just stay focused, will you?
Alright.
Just be quick about it. That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes, maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all. You're
I'm sure she'll
going
be
to
alive.
find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain,
In
you
some
wouldn't
form.
be here.
I don't know about that, dude.
And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
False information.
And that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits. People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things. Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
Ew. Why'd you say it like that?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us. Great, now...
Oops. I didn't mean to do
A
that.
warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power
Yeah,
to
yeah,
stop
yeah,
you
we
from
know that.
slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem.
Let's see what the cabin looks like this time, guys.
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft
Oh,
odor
wait.
of dirt permeates
I think I've seen this on a TikTok.
Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows.
I swear I've seen
The
this.
only furniture of
This
note
is not good.
is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I swear, I think I've seen this on TikTok. So I looked up Slay the Princess on TikTok because I was curious to see, like, how many people, like, know about this game and are fans of it and
It
stuff.
feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Ew, that creaking.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess.
Why are you being such a bitch?
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
I guess
You
we're
take
taking the
the
blade.
blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'm scared.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an
I'm
old
scared.
banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Ooh, I'm
The
getting
room
chills.
below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
Y'all, I'm scared.
I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh!
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Oh, God.
And finally,
Oh, wait, she's a
the
ghost.
rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
Why?
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Should we slay her again or wait and see how things play out?
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
But there's a lot of exploring.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, None of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish. Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost. You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you? And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis. Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Damn, okay.
I just want to go home.
Oh god.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic.
Okay, buddy.
Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as
Do you
much
think
as
a hamster's
blade
gonna
or
fucking kill
even
you?
the mere existence of an idea.
Do you think a hamster's gonna kill you? Do you think a fly is going to somehow kill you?
You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say? The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
Alright, what? Should we stay here again or what, guys? Ooh.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything solid.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Oop.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
It would seem so, yes.
After everything you've done to me, you've chosen to do more?
The princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if you just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing we can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty.
No, not that!
She's about to try something. Get ready. The princess passes through you, a chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all. Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that. Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
But I guess you've turned me into something worse.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine. You do your best to pull away, but it's as if her arm, embedded in your body, is rooting you in place.
Leaving so soon.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. Horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
Oh,
I'm
ew.
done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor. You swing your blade towards her briefly corporeal throat. It connects. A gash widens across her neck, but it's too little, too late. In her hand, you realize she clutches your still beating heart. Did we get her? Even if we didn't, we've given her something to remember.
See you soon, killer.
I'm afraid you'll never know. As she crushes your precious organ in her hand, everything goes dark, and you die.
Yikes. Okay, chapter 3, the race. Oh, she's a race. Chat, she's a race.
You're on a path.
Be sure to put it in the book.
wood. And here we go again. Off to slay her. Again. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it. Come on. Let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer.
I really don't like my organs being ripped out of my body. That's never happened to me in real life, by the way, but I don't like seeing that.
Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start.
He's got a point. He's
That's
got a really fair
ridiculous.
point.
There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work.
Sorry,
I
guys.
think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Wouldn't that get, I don't know, boring? Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory.
I'd quite frankly like it if you just shut up.
Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario.
Only you would
where
say
you would have
that, because
started
you're a
over
part of the whole
after slaying the
screwing with me.
princess.
So of course you'd say that.
Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that?
I wonder why.
Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us. That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy?
No,
Of
stupid.
course
That's why we
weren't
killed
happy. That's why
ourselves.
we killed ourselves. It was awful.
Damn, I hate this narrator so much.
It was boring. It was bullshit.
Why ain't this called Slay the Narrator? Someone make a game called Slay the Narrator, please. I'd
So
love
you
that.
killed yourself.
Oh my god, as if we haven't said that like 5 fucking times.
Yes. And then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real.
There doesn't seem to be many people in this world, honestly.
Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because all this standing around
Sorry.
and talking is boring. Let's at least do something.
I like Voice of the
Maybe
Cold.
we'll
He's so
kill her
real.
again. Maybe we won't.
Sort
Maybe
of.
we'll even freeze
He's
her.
real for that though. Standing around is talking. Standing around talking is boring.
You
Let's
continue
just go
down
ahead.
the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
You're just gonna
It
force us to
sounds
kill
like
her.
somebody's about to crack. There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Thank you.
Would you
Now
look
shut
at
the
that?
fuck up.
We won. Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance.
This is odd.
Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts
I think
of
I've seen
wind
this
rush
on
into the
TikTok
building,
too.
clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Oh no, there's no pristine blade. What are we gonna do? We can't use the pristine blade on the ghost.
Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement. Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you. Certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
I don't trust that. I don't trust that much, if at all, guys. Okay.
He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your
Well,
hackles
we have to go
as
to
it
the mirror
gently
first,
pushes
because
you
the mirror's in our
forward
way.
towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again?
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. But you decided it would be best to try and bury me all over again. You're not getting another chance to mess this up. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice? You always have a choice. Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas. I think my vote's the only one that counts.
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Alright, well, I guess we just let her.
Great! See you in a jiffy.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. You sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up.
I don't appreciate her
Are
staring
you
at us like
seriously
this.
trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you? Anything to get out of this hellhole. It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it. Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding ceaselessly, as if they're fragmenting, then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world. But despite the anguish, it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away. Please, just let her out. It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer. It really is, isn't it? Isn't saying all of this his job? Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us. This is it then. The big moment. I just hope it's a way out. We're us again. How interesting. We actually won, didn't we?
What is happening to me?
Oh, what the heck?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. You don't need to comfort them. Okay. If you say so. We trust you. So, this is all going to work out. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, we've been unraveled. A long quiet.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it. This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore. No, the point of awakening is to find out. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
I feel like she
final
said that
multitude.
before. I don't have a good understanding of the vessels just yet, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't have like an understanding of them like much at all. I just know that they're different depending on what path you really go down.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There's no waiting forever. So you can either wait, get sent back, destroy your body, which I think some vessels won't allow you to destroy your body.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
So I think we've seen a pretty decent amount of different vessels, because I think each of them are different each video.
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Yeah, that's so true.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
You said that before, and quite frankly, I'm still confused.
I will be here, waiting for you.
That scared me. Here we go. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path
In the woods.
And
At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. Anyway, let me save this before I forget, because I didn't save it the last time I played this, and quite frankly, I'm mad about that. But I think it did. I'm pretty sure it did end up graying out the choices that I made the last time anyway, even though I didn't save it like manually like this, like I always do. So I'm not sure if it has an autosave. And I tried asking my friend about that, and I had to ask him like 3 times, and I still didn't really get a good answer. But anyway, that's it for now. Let's see how long this recording is. Holy shit, 48 minutes. I did not want to do that. Bye guys.